Welcome back to Rochester in Focus. If you're just joining us, we've been talking about a company that started in Rochester that allows its customers to customize their own water bottles and then donate to a local charity at the same time. And once again, we have Aquavation CEO Sarah Plasky with us. So we've talked about the company, talked about the water bottles, the different charities that are kind of involved in that. So we want to talk about this notion that you're helping the environment in a way when you buy one of these water bottles.
Yes. Well, one of the early discussions, you have all those back of the napkin discussions as a startup. The team was really excited about the notion of putting every effort into making sure our bottles were sustainable, as healthful as possible, and that the packaging was not something cumbersome and non-environmental. But there also is this notion that, yeah, maybe if we get there, if we start growing and we can partner and we can give 1% of profits to a clean water cause. And, you know, of course, we all, ha, 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 that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, March 22nd was World Water Day. And we had a great press release on that day stating that Aquavation was committed to sustainable water. And we announced that we were going to give 1% of all revenues for this year to a clean water charity, and the one we selected was already a partner of ours, Filterpure. And so Filterpure is based out of Scottsville, Arizona, but their work is around the world. So their efforts are to bring clean water to families that only have accessible dirty water, and they create these terracotta filters that allow them to filter accessible water and make it clean for the family. And this has become a global crisis, so we're excited about this news and we're thrilled, and we want people in Rochester to know that we're trying to make a difference that way as well. We don't realize the wealth of water in Rochester. You can go to the tap anytime you want.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about our product is you unscrew the lid and you fill it up with tap water, and you're doing a great service. A lot of colleges and universities, even locally, are trying to remove disposable water products from their catering service, their vending services. So we make a great effort there.
Yeah, because you're not using those plastic water bottles, you're using the same water bottle every day, so that's kind of getting rid of that waste.
Yeah, we get tricked by the cost of those disposable water bottles. And it's interesting, Lisa Ballantyne, the executive director for Filterpure, she was in Haiti. Haiti is a place where they do a lot of the clean water work, and they have a plant there to build the filters. And she talked about and there's some of the Filterpure interns down in Haiti holding the Filterpure bottles on the screen. And you can see the filters and how they're on top of ordinary buckets. So families in third world countries can literally put accessible water in there and have clean drinking water. And there's an interesting story. On the screen you see Vanessa Rice, local Brighton young woman who is extraordinary. She is the reason for the partnership, Christine. As crazy as that sounds, she impacted us and gave us the opportunity to have that relationship because during her bat mitzvah, she focused on clean water as an issue that she wanted to do something about. So this enterprising young woman had Filterpure bottle making parties with Aquavation. Wow. So you saw all of her friends came over and they created their own gift, and they also gave a gift to Filterpure. So quite an interesting story, local story there.
Which is a great idea too. I mean, if there are kids that say, okay, we want to have a party or we are having some event and we want to give our friends something to go home with, you make a water bottle and then they all choose, well, you choose one charity or you say everyone can choose their own charity, and that way it's not only a party, but you're giving.
It's amazing. Like Mark said in the last segment, we had no idea what people would do with the bottles. And the exciting thing now is we've grown the business to the point where we have some other innovations that are pretty cool. Bulk has been something. I know we have this idea of the print run of one and the little box that comes to you as a gift. But it's also really interesting because Camp Good Days and Special Times is a client, and I know the people out there just embrace and love that organization here. They've been around for a long time. They have a superior board and advisory council, and those folks actually made for their board and advisory council unique water bottles for each of them. So over the holidays, the board assembled and they all went to open their boxes, and we were told they were amazed. Each one was different. Each one had their name on it. So this idea of bulk and one water bottle that's just going to be tossed away, I think moms at camp love us because their kid comes home every day with the bottle for a change if it has Joey's name on it and Joey's picture, because there may be another Joey at camp. So, and then they're contributing to a cause. Golf tournaments are something very big that are heating up right now in Rochester. So imagine you're going to the cart with your foursome and you see a fabulous water bottle with your name and your foursome and a beautiful picture of the club where you're playing, and know that it's going to the charitable cause that you're playing for. It's just a wonderful fit, this notion of bulk orders that we've been able to do lately.
That is great. And how long has Aquavation been doing this?
Well, it's been a dream of mine since we talked in the first segment about my husband and the Highlander Cycle Tour, but it wasn't possible. It's really difficult to create a new product, and so a lot of people, a lot of consumers, I talked about how they have hesitation. They don't understand what we do, really, and how magnificent it is to be able to connect to a high-end digital printer and make these enormously high-quality water bottles that you can recycle and keep with you. Kids love them.
Yeah.
Kids don't want to let go of them when they see their picture on them. It's really neat.
And obviously you guys, you've really grown since it first started.
It's starting to take off, and it's been exciting. I mean, the news on March 1st was really a happy day for us at Aquavation, where we went from 15%. So people like Dana and Lynn were willing, and a lot of the Rochester, I mean, there are too many Rochester fabulous nonprofit CEOs that we adore, because they took us on when we were only talking about a $3 donation per bottle, and we had no market. But the market is starting to grow, and I love the idea that you can expand the marketplace. This notion of, we were looking at these zip codes of our customers, and when somebody in Los Angeles is making a bottle and it's benefiting Cure Childhood Cancer here in Rochester, how fabulous is that? So
That's great.
We're really hoping it does work and that it heats up and the Rochester people love it as much as we do.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in learning more, if you say, hey, I want to make one of those bottles, we have some information that you'll want to look at. You can visit their website, aquavation.org. You can also find Aquavation on Facebook and Twitter. So thank you so much for coming, Sarah. Good luck to you, and hopefully we get a lot of people getting those water
We
bottles
love it.
now.
Thanks, Christine.
No problem. And a big thank you to all of our guests that were here today. If you'd like to be a guest on Rochester in Focus, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact the show's producer, Keegan Trunick, at 232-1010, or you can email him at ktrunick@whec.com. And that's all the time we have for today, so thanks for joining us and have a great week.